Are you wondering about whether your crazy dreams are just nonsense? Well, I'm here to help. Today we'll look at a test you can apply to your dreams in order to see if they might be prophetic. Welcome back. I've helped thousands of dreamers worldwide for over 2 decades make sense of their dreams, and I can do the same for you. Let's get right to the test. This test will help identify if your dreams contain supernatural and valuable information. It's what I like to call the Impressiveness Test. I'm using the word impressiveness, by the way, not so much in the sense that someone makes a good or bad impression, but more like the impression left on a plaque or trophy by an engraving process. By that I mean that the letters make an indentation that can't easily be removed. Have you ever wanted to change or remove a name engraved on a leather Bible? It's going to be a problem. That's what I mean by impressive dreams. Dreams that you don't forget. These dreams you can still see in your mind's eye for a long time. Weeks, months, or even years. I can still see the dreams I had in junior high. Now they call it middle school. When the school had us exploring what we were suited for when we grew up. My gum/meat chewing dreams. They were full-on experiences. I would find myself with what initially seemed like gum in my mouth, but soon realized it was a small piece of some kind of beef. And it must have been tough, because the more I chewed, the bigger it got. Until finally, I had to spit it out in the water fountain at school. Then, as I stood up from the fountain, I would notice the same thing happening again. And this would repeat a number of times exactly the same way before I would wake up. Then after a few nights, the dream would return. I don't know how many times that happened, that I had the same dream. But as I describe it to you, too many decades later to mention, I'm still experiencing it in my mind, because it was particularly impressive. And then there were the recurring dreams I experienced just after I got married. This time, just as frustrating, or more. Macular degeneration frustration. Macular degeneration is a medical condition which results in blurred or no vision in the center of the visual field. So in these dreams, my vision was so highly compromised as I could only see the peripheries. The entire center of my vision was blocked. It was black. The setting I was in showed up all around the edges of my sight. But I couldn't really see any of that because I was unable to focus on anything but the center, the blackness, just like we do in real life if we have macular degeneration. But don't get me wrong, those dreams were not a bad omen connected to my new husband. They were sent to me to inform me that how I saw life was entirely insufficient, that I hadn't even really begun the journey to see what life was really all about. And once I was connected to the love of my life, I was apparently now in position to really start that journey. And again, these dreams were not only memorable, but prompted an emotion. Frustration, for starters. The meat-chewing dreams were both frustrating and bewildering. In the dreams, I thought the cycle would never stop, and that was concerning to me as a youngster. And the macular degeneration dreams were frustrating to the extreme. It felt so real that I couldn't look at anything. So basically, I couldn't see at all. So those emotions made the dreams even more sticky. I like to use the term impressive rather than memorable to describe this characteristic because the term impressive is more encompassing than the term memorable. Impressiveness, to me, factors in the emotional responses to the dream, particularly when we're especially disturbed, frustrated, or angered by them. So if a dream is both memorable and emotionally triggering, I label the dream impressive. All that to say that the dreams that pass the impressiveness test are typically prophetic and contain valuable insight. Have you made any sense of those meat-chewing dreams yet? They were meaningful and relevant. I was being told about my future, that I had the mindset of a teacher, that I would be mulling over information until my understanding of it increased sufficiently, and then I would place it in a fountain for others to drink from. Oh my gosh. I just got that last part about the water fountain. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm putting the information that I've mulled over, that's gotten larger, that's making sense, that I know is true, I'm putting it out there for you to drink from next to the cool, clear water. It is cool, clear water. Well, I'd say that the impressiveness test is the first test to employ in determining if a dream is prophetic. Because if you're having impressive dreams, you may be receiving valuable insight. Next time, I'll bring you a second test to determine if your dreams are prophetic. Until then, every blessing, and live beyond your wildest dreams.